Hi guys, so welcome to today's reading. This is a pick a card for mental health. It's like things that will be playing on your mental health that might be addressed or unaddressed. We'll just see in the piles. If you just pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or pick a colour you're particularly drawn to today, doesn't have to be your favourite colour, just one that you're drawn to, but maybe it is your favourite colour. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in your pile. Welcome, group 1. Okay, hi group 1. I'll go through your tarot first for your mental health reading, and then I'll go through your abundance, angels abundance oracle cards, which is all different types of abundance. Okay, so let's get started. I'll move these out of the way for the minute. All right. Okay. So to me, this looks like, at the minute, this is very much a doorway. If you look at the card, it's like a little doorway. But because it's in reverse, it feels like you're just about to go in or through a doorway. I'm very attracted to these purple flowers. So it does, and it's the Wands card actually. So it does feel like it's ideas and thoughts related, which makes sense because this is a mental health reading. It feels like this is like a realization sort of thing. It feels like you're just about to have this realization. Actually, I'm very attracted to this bud as well, but it's not in full bloom like this one, so it feels there, so it makes sense. Like it's an idea and it's about to bloom. It feels like maybe you'll have a breakthrough sort of moment. With the Knight of Wands, it feels like you've got a hard-working attitude. Obviously, you can see that in the card anyway. It feels like recent manifestation, or like a recent, like you've been working recently, but the thing that you're working towards, you're manifesting. It feels like some of you who have picked group 1 know about manifestation, whereas some of you are just manifesting it and you don't know about it. Like some of you will be spiritually inclined, and some of you might not, sort of thing. Let me just focus on this card a minute. I feel like it's trying to tell me something. Okay, I heard make a wish and have faith these things are coming. Yeah, so this idea that you've got this thing that you're working on that's affecting your mental health, your mental stability, it feels like these things are coming. Like it does feel like your hard work's paying off. I feel like visualizations are important. Like I feel like you've been doing that, or some of you have been doing that. Also with like this card, I don't know if you can see from far away, but I'll pull it up close. These are silver birches, and I'm particularly drawn to them. But silver birches are like a spiritual symbol in many cultures actually. So cultures like I think it's Celtics that here in the UK sort of areas, and then shamanism and things like that. Obviously different trees, different plants mean different things symbolically through spirituality anyway. And other religions, they do different things, they have different properties, even medicines sort of thing. But these spiritual trees, the silver birch, it feels like it's like a new beginning sort of meaning, and it feels like there's protection behind this. It feels like with this hard work as well, like with the doorway, you're almost done, whatever this is. Like this feels like something you've been working on and it's almost done. It's coming to fruition soon. This third card, this feels like you've got like imagined deceit. So something that you're working on right now feels like you might think that you're going to be betrayed somehow, but it does have a positive message as well. Like, it feels like your feeling is like deceit and stuff. That's what your thinking's coming towards you, sort of thing. But I feel like this represents a person, and that person's gonna sort of like it shows you in this picture actually, is like hiding a diamond, but I feel like it's gonna be like a revealing, like some of you feel like this could be business related, and it feels like a customer, and it feels like they're gonna sort of, I feel like you're thinking, oh, they might not pay or something like that, or they're gonna like pull out of your like your service that you're giving them, and then actually they're gonna sort of be like, no, actually I can pay for this, or yes, I would like this service. It feels like I'm gonna focus on this a second, see if I can hear any clairaudient messages. Okay, I heard smoke and mirrors. Oh yeah, there's smoke actually. Yeah, so if that means anything to you, but yeah, I mean, I'm not hearing anything else other than smoke and mirrors. At the minute anyway, so see if, like, maybe look that up and see if it means anything to you. With this card, this feels like you have like abundance all around you. Like, it feels like you're actually quite a fortunate person, but it feels like you can't like see abundance, or you measure abundance in a different, it's sort of like in a wrong way, but it is valid sort of thing. So it feels like you measure abundance in cash or money sort of thing, whereas like abundance comes in different forms. Okay, I hear word of mouth and lessons. Well, there you go. There's your abundance actually. So word of mouth, like maybe this service that's being provided is gonna, like, word of mouth's gonna bring more in, and then lessons. Obviously, this, like, you obviously working hard against or for something. So there's your abundance right there. With this card, this feels a bit weird, like, to me. Like, it doesn't feel like it's now. It doesn't feel like it's in the future. It feels sort of like it feels like a result, or it feels like, actually, I got it. It feels like it's a why. This is the reason why your mental health is a bit iffy to you right now. Yeah, so it feels like it feels like independence. Like, you want independence. Like, you're working so hard and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, maybe because you want independence. Like, it's like you're working towards your future and you want it faster than it's probably going to come. But you are making positive steps. Like, this part particularly feels very positive, but this feels like you're sort of letting yourself down with these two cards. Right, clairaudience. I've heard house help, flatmate. Oh, okay, that's cool. So obviously for you, maybe you're working towards independence then, and then that might be help. Like, the idea, like, this might be a good idea to go get a flatmate, or maybe like house help, like look for loans or something like that, maybe. Yeah, okay. So I just had time to leave the nest. Yeah, so there you go. There's your independence as well. Like, you're ready for it. If it's saying that, then it's obviously that you're ready. You're so ready for it. Actually, it feels very much like that hard work. Feel like I felt it in my chest as I thought about that message, sort of thing. Yeah, so this makes sense actually. So if this is what you're like going for, like you're trying to get your independence, this could be why you're putting so much pressure on yourself. I feel like this spread is news to you, sort of thing. Like, you sort of knew it, but like you haven't been able, or maybe you haven't just thought about it, of why you're working so hard, and now it feels like you might have a change of perspective. You might realise what the pressure is that you're putting on yourself with this sort of message. But let me know how that resonates with you in the comment section, please. Yeah, anyway, I'll do your oracle now. Okay. So these 2 cards came out for you. You've got release resentments about money and abundant mindset. Oh, there you go, there you go. I'll read this one first anyway. So this one says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. Oh, so like it'll be in the future. It's like the law of attraction. What you put out there stays out there, and then it comes back as always the same thing as what you've put out there. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Yeah, so that's why I was probably getting visualization earlier. So that is how you like manifest. So basically, for those of you who don't know that are watching this, if you have like a chasing mindset, you'll always be chasing. Like chasing energy will come back to you, so you'll constantly just be like behind something, trying to get what you want, and you'll never get it. But as if you do visualizations where you already have it, you're putting that energy out into the universe, where because you have it, one day you actually will have it. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Maybe change your, like, fine tune your visualizations, or even start visualizing. Maybe look up how manifestation works as well. It's interesting, this has got a lot of cash on it when I said cash. Let's read this one. So this one says, release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. I feel like golden opportunities feels very strong, but that's sort of what I was thinking about here. So this, like, this card here, it feels like this is like a masculine energy. So for those of you who are in a business and giving this service, it feels like this represents a man, but it feels like this is a woman that's going to be like, oh my goodness, that service was so good that you gave this man. And then, or masculine energy, for example, and feminine energy, I'm going to recommend you to my friends or family or something like that. It feels like a woman is going to be key in your life, or like word of mouth. Keep that in mind and let me know if that happens. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so maybe golden opportunities relates to like the golden of money and stuff. That's probably why I'm feeling so drawn to it. So the way money works is, it's like very much the law of attraction. So the more money you put out there to help others, the more like money you'll get back, essentially. But that works with like other energies. So maybe you put kindness out there and you'll get kindness back. Like say if you bumped into this lady and she met you and she was like, oh wow, your work's so lovely, and actually like got chatting to you, realised you're a nice lad, maybe then they would recommend you, like, oh yeah, he's such a nice lad, and or lady or whatever, and his work was amazing. Like just use it to your advantage, but also like put that kindness out there. Like make time for people. Like if someone's inquiring, make sure you go and talk to them face to face or something. It feels important. Okay, I'm really drawn to put a love oracle for you guys as well. So I'm not really sure why, because this isn't much about love, but I'll just pull it anyway. So I've got this deck. It's the Lover's Oracle. And I don't know why, like this doesn't feel relationship wise, but I just feel like this deck wants to tell you something, but it does tell you like different things. So like there's one. It feels like it tells you like friendship stuff, family stuff, self-love sort of stuff sometimes as well, or it can all be applied to other things. Alright, anything else please? Any other oracle? Oh, I hate shuffling this because it's so weird shape. That one's trying to fall out, right? Okay. So we have two. This is the first one, this is the second one, so I'll read this one first. So this one says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Oh, there you go. Why are you putting so much pressure on yourself? Like, it feels like you're quite stable anyway, and it feels like you're very abundant. So yeah, maybe just see if there's any, like, inner work you need to do. Obviously, I was attracted to that purple, which can be like your crown chakra as well, and it's all like thoughts and like mental health sort of thing. So maybe there's something you're not looking at your mental health. I mean, I'm not picking up on anything particular, but it feels like this mindset of how to do things might be a bit wrong. Okay, take that how that resonates with you anyway. And then this second one, this says, emotions are a natural and a necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Okay, so that sort of goes with what we've been saying this whole time anyway. Like, there's something unaddressed that's causing you to like put too much pressure on yourself when you're not seeing like the true abundance of this situation anyway, and it does feel like it's going to end up okay. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. Please let me know how it resonated below. That's always helpful for feedback. Let me know if there's anything else you need, pick a card wise. So if you tell me down below any suggestions of pick a cards you'd like to see on my channel, that would be great. And also, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My tags are below in the comments section. I also have a Ko-fi account if you'd like to send me a tip, or PayPal if you'd like to donate to my channel, and that is very much appreciated but never necessary. But thank you so much, and I very much appreciate you being here today. Thank you guys. See you soon. Bye. Welcome, Group 2. Hello, Group 2. So this is your tarot and oracle reading. I'll do tarot first, and then I've pulled some self-love cards because I felt drawn to do so. I'll move these out of the way first, and then I'll do these ones, okay? So we have the Lovers, the Sun, Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Seven of Wands in reverse, and Two of Cups. But I will get this in the shot so that you can see it a little better. Okay. Alright, there you go. You can see it. Woohoo! So, straight off the bat, I'm very drawn to the fact that this is a family, sort of. Feels like there's a family involved. This feels like it's a child that's quite emotional, because I'm drawn to the Aquarius sign, and that's a water sign. It's like water picture sort of thing. But this feels like an emotional child's involved. This feels like a couple, but it feels like it's a new couple as well. This definitely feels like a stepdad sort of role in this couple as well. Like, it doesn't feel like an actual biological father. I feel particularly drawn to this green dress, but I'm not picking up on why yet. I'll come back to it anyway. So, with this, yeah, I was saying like the Aquarius sign I'm particularly drawn to. So this child's she feels, well, I'm going to say she, but it is both children. It's just mainly female children in this group, in Group 2. It feels like a female, like a daughter that's like a happy child and an intelligent child, but with a lot of optimism. Like, obviously she's running around in a field like with her arms open, she's really happy. But she feels like she's idolizing a family, like a long-term sort of family. yeah, so she's seeing this positive sort of family life that's sort of, it feels quite new. Yeah, for some of you, it feels like the start of the year was where it sort of, or maybe the end of last year is when it sort of kicked off. It feels fairly new, but it feels like it's going quite well. It feels like, you feel quite, just like it's going well, like you feel quite close, like still feels new to you, but it feels like it's going in a positive direction at the minute. Yeah. With this cup, Ace of Cups, it feels like there's been an emotional beginning, but it feels like literally the feelings of falling in love. It feels like there's something that you're not seeing. Feels like it feels okay. I just heard truth in the beginning, attraction. Okay. Okay. Okay, I heard unseen as well. So yeah, there's something that you're not seeing in this situation. It doesn't feel like a negative unseeing. Just feels like maybe a not right kind of seeing, like not like bad negative, but like not right for you type seeing. Anyway, this card here, the Five of Cups, it feels like you've got an undressed healing of sorts, like a grief. Well, obviously this is a grief card anyway. It's like grief in all sorts, but it does particularly feel like two things. So for some of you, or both of you might have both of these things, but you might have one or the other, depending on who's watching this and how it resonates with you. But for you whose it's both, it's like you've got a grief healing, as in like passed away loved one, and also like an old relationship. It feels like you've had wounds from that. Those wounds from the old relationship are healing, and this feels like this is why this person's come into your life. Not fully though. It feels like that's helping. That might be why I'm attracted to the green dress, because it's healing your heart sort of chakra. But it feels like the main problem is unaddressed grief from a deceased loved one. I just heard smoking as well with this card. Yeah, actually that feels right. Like it feels like some of you might be smoking and you don't know why you smoke or why it's a vice, but it's because healing's coming to the surface, or it's a coping mechanism for some of you. So I feel like some of you might have had old habits that have come back a few times, and it's normally because this is trying to get healed, but it's not healed, and you need to do some different work other than just smoking, it seems. Okay. Right, Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is like, feels like you've been covering up this healing for a long time. It feels like you're covering up the old feelings with the new feelings. So like I said, with your ex relationship, that is healing it, but this feels like it's also getting, like, your new relationship is also getting in the way of healing this type of grief. It does feel like for some of you, you didn't know your dad. It feels like, yeah, it just feels like you didn't know your dad. I don't know if that's for everyone, but it feels like particular people getting this reading didn't know their dad, or not very well, or something like that. Okay. Seven of Wands. Feel okay. So like I heard can't see through the mist. So yeah, there's something blocking. Maybe it's this relationship. There's something that's you can't see. Maybe it's maybe that's in relation to smoking. can't see through the mist. Maybe that's one of those weird metaphors. Maybe it'll mean something more to you than it does to me reading. I don't always get the full picture, just parts of it, sort of thing, doing tarot. But yeah, keep that in mind. Can't see through the mist. I feel like it's important. It feels like I don't know. It feels like you might hear it again or something. I don't know. It just feels like it's not the first time you've heard it, or it won't be the first time you've heard it. It's a strange one. But yeah, I'm going to move these a bit more into the shot because I'm on the last card. So this, Two of Cups. Sorry, just shaking the camera. Two of Cups. So this feels like now, and then this feels like what the actual picture is like, and also the future. So with this card here, it feels like this relationship is fairly short term, but it's like it's got its purpose in both of your healing, so the masculine and feminine healing of this. So the male and the female, for example, healing in this situation. Like he's come to you to heal and she's come to him to heal, sort of thing. Okay, I just heard enjoy it while it lasts. It doesn't feel like it's gonna particularly have a negative ending. It feels a bit mutual. But it also feels like it might be a bit salty, but not like nasty, just salty sort of thing. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not really getting anything else on that, just other than it will end sort of thing. Anyway, it feels as well like with this situation that you've both come together to cover up an actual healing, that, like something that you've not healed. Like the person who's getting this reading, who's chosen group 2, you've chosen these cards today for a reason, but it feels like this reason is because you've been told before that there's some healing that you needed to address, but you just haven't. Like it feels like you haven't bothered. But yeah, anyway, it feels like you need to like address whatever this grief is, and then you'll actually get like these proper lovers, like your soulmate will properly turn up instead of just a temporary sort of fling, it feels like, or like a cover up. It's like a cover of actual emotions. It's putting a plaster on a wound that's bleeding a lot, sort of thing. But yeah, just take that how that resonates with you. So yeah, I've got self-love oracle cards for you. So yeah, we'll just do these. So you have plan a vacation, obviously that makes a lot of sense to maybe that's like healing afterwards. Maybe that would be like a sort of a good idea. I keep getting drawn to this third eye. Maybe do like some work with your spiritual side of you. Things that you believe in will help you address this grief, I feel, because I mean that's worked for me. But there's like moons in this as well, if that means anything to you. Maybe moon phases and stuff. And then you have beauty ritual, because obviously everyone likes to feel pretty, especially if like at the end of this relationship, if it doesn't work, then get yourself looking pretty again and get out there and attract your actual soulmate, sort of thing. But this healing, it feels like this healing is going to help you attract this ideal partnership that you really want. And then you have make an altar. I feel like I said with this this card here, the third eye feels significant. So maybe, but witchy, maybe possibly. Make an altar. Maybe that could be a self-care altar for you that ain't witchy or ain't spiritual. You can just do like, or an ancestors altar. That's quite popular with some people. They put photos of their loved ones, things that they like. Maybe what are they called? There's like times of the year that are particularly good for celebrating and or like honoring passed away loved ones. Like for example, a classic example was Halloween, or the Day of the Dead a few days later, for example. But you don't have to wait that long. Just make like a nice sort of altar, whether it's temporary or forever, it's up to you, innit? But I feel like you'd benefit from maybe just working your magic. I just heard, so yeah, working magic, that makes sense actually. Work your magic, like you're looking pretty. Altars, work your magic. Okay, maybe that means something more to you than it does to me, but hopefully that helped you guys with your mental health questions. Obviously it's grief, mental health, so that's always best to try and heal at least a little bit by bit. It isn't nice to heal, I know that myself, but hopefully this helped a little bit to point you in the right direction for what you truly desire, sort of thing. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, I have other links in my comments description below where you can donate to my channel or you can buy me a coffee, so that would be nice. No need to do it if you've got no money, obviously. There's no obligation, I'm not expecting it, but it's always lovely to say thanks. But thank you very much for watching and take care. Welcome group 3. Welcome group 3. So this, I'm going to do your tarot and then I'm going to do an angel reading oracle that I felt drawn to do for you guys. So yeah, I'll move these out of the way and then we'll come back to them, okay? Okay, so you have the Three of Cups, the Moon, Four of Pentacles, reversed King of Swords, Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Oh, let's move that so you can see a little bit better. Got loads of cards in this reading today. Let's see if we can do that. Is that better? That's a little bit better. Okay, so I'll start from here. So straight away, I feel like you have okay, yeah, so you know the film The Hangover, three best friends that anyone can ever have, that just popped into my head, and I was literally just gonna say it feels like you've got like 3 significant best friends. I feel like they're quite supportive, like they've helped you through a situation. It feels like this is the situation. Okay, right, so it's like a bit of a stale feeling. I want to say it feels like a relationship, but it feels like you're already gone. It feels like you've moved on, but not physically. It feels like emotionally gone. I feel like that's what the moon's telling me, emotionally gone. It feels like, particularly with the moon card, that you've been like plagued at night by your thoughts, and it feels like also an unknown step forward, like you don't know what to do. Yeah, it feels like you don't know what direction to go, what's the best route to take, and it also feels like fear, because I'm particularly drawn to these fawns in this card. It feels like you're quite scared of a situation, but it doesn't feel like that's accurate. Like it, we'll come back to it anyway if it's significant. It doesn't feel like it's not necessarily accurate. I feel like you've got reason behind it, if that makes sense, but it doesn't feel like that's the actual truth of the universe, if that makes sense. Yeah, well, we'll move on and see if it crops up with any other information for me. The Fourth of Pentacles. So I feel like that candle's significant. Okay, so I just sort of like got like a message that said look, like, stare at candle flames and you'll have an answer, and you like it'll give you answers. So like that's actually a form of meditation. You can just stare at candle flames just as long as you can, sort of thing, and just listen to your thoughts. You can sort of do it to connect to your higher self as well. I've been trying it recently, but just give it a shot, because obviously spirit guides and your angels, I feel like it's your angels mainly cropping up today, are asking you to do it, basically. Also with this card, I feel like the picture depicts it anyway, but I just heard forever chasing sort of thing, like you're forever chasing money, like that's how you feel. Let me just have a little think about this card. I'll listen to my clairvoyance sort of thing. It says learn to play with money and affirmations. So maybe use some money affirmations, maybe research how to actually use your money. Play with money. Yeah, so basically with play with money, like in spirit realm and spirituality, money is just energy. So if you constantly think you're chasing it, then you'll always be chasing it. Yeah, so just maybe keep that in mind. Maybe think about money as you're looking at the candle, because that might be significant, because I'm drawn to that candle as well. So candles are definitely significant. Maybe have a quick look up on the spiritual meaning of candles. With the Knight of Swords reversed, I just heard ready to go. Like, this feels like I said before, a relationship that's done, and you want to leave, I think it is. It's sort of like giving me the feeling of like a bite the bullet and just go, like just get out and just go, and like it doesn't feel like it's a bad idea. It feels like that's like, you know, when you rip off a plaster quick and it's like ready, 1 2 3 poof, and then it doesn't hurt as much. It feels like that. It feels like that's the best way forward. It feels like there's like no excuse for you to leave as well. It feels like yeah, I feel like that might be keeping you, like, you think about this a lot at night, but you think about excuses at night or reasons to, like, I don't know, setup springs to mind. Anyway, there's something about setup, but it feels like to move forward, you're just gonna have to rip that plaster off and go. Otherwise, you're just gonna sort of be stuck here, sort of in limbo forever, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, just staying there, and like, there's no other way of getting out this situation. It's not gonna work. It's just rip the plaster off and go, okay? With this Eight of Cups, this feels like either a mother figure or a parent figure to you. It feels like they're very supportive, like they really love you, obviously, but you can see that in the picture. But it feels like after this situation, once you've ripped that plaster off, this is going to be your situation. This feels like you're going to have, this feels like a supportive person, a supportive card, and this feels like who you are becoming. So the Six of Cups feels like a mother figure or a parent or figure, and it just feels like they're just going to be there for you. Like, they're going to be proud of you moving on. They're going to be just like, right, what's next, sort of attitude, like time to move forward, sort of thing. And it just feels like such a nice sort of release of all these harsh emotions, and you're just going to feel like that sort of better sort of feeling. Okay. With this Queen of Cups, this, like I said, it feels like you as a person. So this is like how, from this situation, who you become, sort of thing, and who you have become, but how you're feeling as well after you've ripped that plaster off. It feels like you will do some healing, because I'm particularly drawn to this hand. Like, it feels like this situation being like left behind and moving forward will be healing for you. But also, like, it's like you've learned some karmic lessons of sorts, like you've broken a cycle sort of thing, and now you're moving forward. Because like, if you look at this really dark colours where you are now, and then it's all like brightened up and tranquil and peaceful sort of thing. This Queen of Cups as well, like, she represents a kind and gentle character, but with like because she's a queen, she's very strong, like she's learnt a lesson, she's learnt from her past, like she's in a good position, she's like often more abundant in like most areas of her life. She's not the Queen of Pentacles, so she's not loads of money, like she ain't got loads of money, but this is a lesson that you've got to learn separately as well, okay? And then maybe you'll become more of a Queen of Pentacles as well. Alright, let's move this over a little bit so you can see it a bit better. So with this, like it feels like travel is important as well. Like it feels like you want to travel, like, or when you come out of this situation, maybe you'll have the money to travel, or maybe you'll just be like, wow, I'm myself now, I get to do what I like. It does feel like this is very tranquil and peaceful, and like you're like, I get to be me again, or something like that. It does feel but it does feel like maybe that part of you will sort of want to travel as well, like you'll just realize it, because it does feel like abroad in a way. This card also feels like sort of self-growth, like it's time to just learn who you are on your own, or learn who you are now after this situation. And it does feel positive, but it also feels easy, like life's good, life's easy, and it feels like you might have missed that for quite a long time. It feels with this card as well like reminiscent. So the Six of Cups is about reminiscing anyway, but it does feel like now, like you're reminiscent of that now, but then it's also supportive when you've left this situation, okay? Also, like it feels like that's been a stressful time, but then like the time that it is now, like previous it was giving you stress, but now it just feels like there's like a staleness to the situation, and you just want out, sort of thing. It's like I'm done with this, I just want to go. But obviously, like I said before, you feel like it's a delicate situation, but it doesn't feel like it to me. Like it just feels like because this is the moon card, this is like thoughts and the unknown, and sort of like unknowing what way to go, but it doesn't feel unsafe. It just feels like a clean, like, pull off of the plaster is a great idea. Like it literally feels like there's no need to worry. Feels like you'll just be protected, sort of thing. Anyway, I'll go on to your oracle cards now, okay? Okay, so you got two cards. Sorry, I just wobbled the hell out of that. So you got composure and transformation, okay? So we'll start with this one. So composure, I feel like it's in your nature to be quite composed anyway. Quite gentle, quite like a peacekeeper type energy you have. But this feels like, well, this card speaks about really as well. That you've gained like these lessons previously, you've got frustration with them, or them as a person, the situation as well, sort of thing. And you're getting a bit annoyed and agitated, possibly. It feels like you're sick of not being who you truly are as well. But this card speaks about wanting to be strong as a warrior, but also like it is in you, it's just you don't, it's like against your nature, because you're quite a gentle peacekeeper anyway. I feel like that's what's holding you behind. But as soon as you like get that composure and sort of like are ready to go, oh, do you know what, sod it, I'm gonna leave, or I'm gonna move on from this situation, you've got the strength to do so. You've got an inner warrior, and this is your lesson that you're learning, to realize that they are in you, and that version of yourself is in you, sort of thing. It does suggest, like with this card as well, like to like retreat, reflect, like recompose yourself, maybe think this situation through, like plan leaving it, sort of thing, because obviously this is about leaving the situation, but plan it through, maybe like just like start packing stuff up secretly or something, whatever it looks like to you, but just sort of do it in a subtle way, because I feel like that's best for your energy anyway. With this card, transformation, so this one talks about like you're ready to move on as well. You're currently in your cocoon stage, like you're not ready to move on just this second, but you're literally just about to turn into a butterfly, you know what I mean? It also says like about packing stuff to move on, so it's all about like pack up and move on from your emotional sort of distresses, like basically get rid of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Also suggests like there's been a stagnancy and now you're ready to like move on with this card, which is nice because that does sort of feel like that, especially this moon card. Especially at night, you like, I feel like your frustration just comes out at night for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. Just feels like that. Might be wrong, might be like for some of you who are having this reading and some of you that ain't. But this also talks about life purpose, and like as a card, like this orangey yellow energy is all about life purpose. In the sacral chakra, it's about finding your power, it's about confidence growing and things like that as well. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Like these are the lessons that you get, and there's a lot of gold and purple energy. It's all about mental battle versus like physical, like your confidence sort of thing. Like once they join together, you'll move on. Like, but literally the only way out of this situation, it's suggesting, that is to rip off that bandage. Oh, my candle went out. But yeah, so just do that. I'm just gonna check the deck, see if there's anything else. But like after shuffling, so yeah, earth and ground. So maybe if you're feeling anxious about this situation, go out into your garden or something, or wherever you can. Like maybe it's your parents' house where you're supported. Take your shoes off and go and stand in the garden with your shoes and socks off for 10 minutes, because it does like calm your energies down. Like if you're feeling so agitated and unsure and maybe hurt and things like that, just go and do that for 10 minutes in the garden. I bring baby wipes personally this time of year. It is freezing, but it's well worth it. It does help. Yeah, trust the universe. There you go, right? So there's your sign, right? Anyway, also I've noticed that both of these angels are purple. And Zadkiel is the angel that's purple, right? Zadkiel as an angel's name means God is my righteousness, right? And he's also about like he's in charge of freedom, like benevolence and mercy and forgiveness. So that suggests like there's a lack of karma that's going to come to you. Like he's literally protecting you. Like he's got a sword there in that picture as well, which is interesting. But this card in reverse as well, that means like whoever this person is that you've sort of fallen out with, they are likely not to hurt you or like upset you or do anything wrong. And then because like your angels are there looking after you, and definitely Zadkiel, you can work with him, just like sort of pray to him, just speak out loud to him, and he'll give you messages that you need to hear. Maybe if you stare into a flame, I point at that, but it's gone out. Stare at a flame and just talk to Zadkiel. Maybe it's a type of fiery type prayer, or it's essentially a prayer. Like the idea is there as a prayer, but it's a way of talking to your guides at the end of the day, your angels. But anyway, I hope that helped. For now, if you've got any questions or comments that you'd like to put down below for any feedback or anything about your reading, then do let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And also, I have an Instagram and Facebook that you can follow in the description below. And if you feel that you can, then I've got a Ko-fi account where you can tip me, buy me a coffee, or you can donate to my channel through PayPal, which will be lovely, but you don't feel obliged to do that because you don't have to. But any support is gratefully taken, and I really do appreciate you being here today. So thank you very much for watching, and if you can just like and subscribe, that would be perfect. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Hi, welcome group 4. So I'll go through your tarot, and then I'm going to go through these fortune cookie cards. I wasn't really particularly drawn to any other oracles apart from these, so it'll make sense, I guess, when we get to it. So I'll move these out of the way for now, and I'll do these ones first. So we have Judgment in reverse, the Star, Page of Cups, Three of Swords in reverse, the Magician, and Four of Cups. So they feel together. This feels together, and this feels like two people. Let's just move that so we can just. There we go. I can see the camera now. Oh, there's ash everywhere again. Yeah. So these. It feels like this is a couple. Yeah. Okay. This feels like one person. This feels like the second person in the relationship, and this actually feels like guidance. I feel like as well with these little flying cherubs and then these fairies, you've definitely got spirit guides for both sides of you. So I'm going to come back to that in a little while because I feel like this card's really pulling me to channel. So I'll do that last, and then I'll edit it as best as I can so you can get the message quicker because sometimes it takes a while. But anyway, I'll go from the beginning and then I'll channel. So with reverse judgment, I'm particularly drawn to all of these bits and bobs at the top. So in this picture, it's like just like random stuff, right? It feels like this person likes to sort of collect stuff that they don't necessarily need. It's just stuff that they find makes them happy. So it's sort of like there's a lot of like stuff at the feet again as well, actually. Maybe like you're a bit of a messy person. I just feel like you like to collect a lot of things anyway. It doesn't feel like these things are like substantial in the way that like you wouldn't have them like every day in your house sort of things. It feels like just like nice little nitbits. I don't know why that's significant, but maybe that's just spirit saying we know who you are and what you like. Sometimes I like to do that. I feel like there's like a sense of you need to feel see things differently as well. Like a situation. It does feel like money related or work related. This situation that you need to see a bit differently. So it feels like whatever that situation is, it's going to crop up here anyway. But also I'm getting with these, particularly this card, there's like I feel like it's a shopping addiction, and that's why you like to get all your little nitbits and sort of collect things or something like that anyway. But it feels like there's a deeper thing that you're not addressing, and that's why you're a bit of a shopaholic. It feels like that anyway. I think that's right. I think you're a bit of a shopaholic. Like you like spending money, you like to have a lot of things. But it's like a thing that you need to do some healing with. Also these cards are very orange, yellow, and sort of reddy colours, but I'm particularly drawn to these red angel wings. These cards have come out with like the yellow, orange, and the red. It suggests like your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra are in need of healing, which I'll show you on here. So it's root chakra, solar plexus, and then your not solar plexus, sacral chakra, then solar plexus are there in the body. So it suggests that you might have some healing there, and often money troubles come from the root chakra, so that might be why I'm particularly drawn to like troubles, but like money tendencies in general. So maybe just like bear that in mind, just to see if like it's a thing that you need to sort of look at or acknowledge. Maybe that's what you need to see in a different perspective of how you're spending your money for a situation that you're trying to get into by the looks of things. Yeah, so I'll go on to the next cards. With this star card, it feels like The person getting this reading, it actually feels like this is a couple watching this reading, or you'll share this reading with your other half. So this feels like the first person, and this feels like the second person with these 3 cards. But this feels like I'm just gonna call you person 1, okay? So person 1 feels like a very hard-working person. They feel like they do really well, and that's why, like, maybe that's why they buy so many things. Like they get a decent wage at the end of the month or something like that. It feels like they're the main, like, breadwinner sort of role in the relationship. But it also feels like they're quite a nice sort of caring person. They're an emotional person. They feel like, yeah, they do definitely feel like they're confident, especially like in certain places. They feel confident. Around people, I feel like there's a confidence. I heard caretaker, carer, and caring. Yeah, so maybe that's your job role. This also feels like past related. Okay, I heard emotional bonds to past. So maybe there's something in your past that's causing this type of like spending. Something, it's like covering up something that you need to heal, I think. It does feel like healing though, that first card. It does. Yeah, maybe just look into how you spend your money and like what this emotional healing that you're covering up with spending money all the time is, like what it is to you and how to fix it, because it feels like it needs fixed and it's being covered up by like quick little dopamine like hits through spending money and shopping. With this Page of Cups, it feels like this is like a romantic sort of person, flirty, sort of wants love, and like they sort of feel like if they don't get attention, then they sort of go a bit darker in personality. Like maybe they disappear, or maybe they say snappy things, or but they don't sort of mean it. They just, I don't know, it just brings out a darkness if you're like, or maybe it's like a depression-y sort of feeling if they've not got attention. I heard romantic proposal. I nearly said roposal. What the hell's that? Yeah, romantic proposal. So this is the Page of Cups, and that is a typically romantic person. They are normally like a masculine-ish energy as well, but not necessarily. It can be feminine as well. But it does feel sort of a bit of both, a bit of masculine and a bit of feminine. Whereas that one feels slightly more feminine. But also a bit of masculine, like quite a balance between both of your energies. But that's how relationships work. Both of you have masculine and feminine energies, and they just sort of balance each other out. Yeah, this feels as well like it's a bit of an immature or a younger person than this person. Yeah, it just feels like they're younger, or like newer to the world, if you like. With the Three of Swords in reverse, it sort of feels like this is a work-related card, like a moving forward type into work, or moving from one job to another sort of energy. It feels like there's an unwillingness, or there's like an anxiety sort of feeling to this card, but it feels like a bit more imagined on my end of things, but to them it just feels like anxiety, I think. It doesn't, it's not like an unwillingness, like I'm definitely not doing it because I don't want to. It just feels more like an insecurity sort of thing. With this card directly next to it, and also that girl looking towards this one, it suggests like actually in factual sort of reality, this person who this is sort of thing has all the tools and the capability to do this, like go into this job or go into this career or whatever it is, like, or step into work. I feel like it feels like quite a young person, like maybe like a first job or a second job or something like that. But anyway, they're very like new to the world of work, and it does feel scary and daunting, but they've got the capability to do it, like, and they'll be good at it when they step into it. Like, this is a positive card. But like I said before, with these cherubs around and these fairies, they're also being guided and looked after by, like, I feel like angels and maybe loved ones passed over. Definitely feels like an older lady passed over that's sort of like a guardian angel now, particularly. Yeah, she feels very loving. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting anything else on that particular guardian of person number 2. The 4 of Cups. So this is the card I said about how I feel like I might need to channel some extra messages with. But for the first like impression, it feels like deceased loved ones are looking after both of you. Like, you've got a deceased loved one and you've got a deceased loved one as well. They both feel like grandparents related. But that one's particularly feminine and maybe masculine for this one. Anyway, it could be both. That one might be both, actually, feminine and masculine, deceased loved one, and this one's definitely feminine loved one. But yeah, it feels like you're both fairly young people. Okay, I'm gonna just channel this one and then I'll let you know what it says. Okay. So let's have a little moment. I will edit this as well, just so it's sped up, because it takes me ages sometimes to channel a little bit of information. But yeah, I'll just edit it. Okay, for person 1, I have channeled, and then I've channeled person 2. So the first message for person 1 was, Angel, you are so strong. Let it come to fruition. Let it be. Let it grow. Be the guide. Okay? I feel like that as well as guide your partner. Like, help them of some sort. But also it's just like general advice, I think. Like life advice. But yeah. Right, I'll go on to the second person. So the second person's message was a lot longer and a little bit more complex. So what I heard was, listen wisely, which makes sense because that one's to guide. Listen wisely. Create space for growth, which I said about like going into this world of work. Create space for growth. Growing changes everything. Why not wonder where you could go? Okay. Child, begin the dream. Write what must become eventually purpose. Okay, so that was a bit like broken English, but sometimes you don't get the full sentence when you're channeling. So basically it's saying, like, I did have a feeling like about books somewhere. Can't remember what card it was. I think it might be that one. I just had like a feeling that there was like a literature thing, but it feels like at the minute this is a double path. After channeling that, it feels like sort of getting a job to pay your bills and stuff, but then also like working towards a dream slowly. It's like a purpose. It's something that you want anyway. But yeah, I hope that helps. I'll go on and do these fortune cookies now. I haven't actually looked at them or anything, so let's flip them. So we have intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Okay, yeah, so this does feel like it's money related. It feels like changing money habits, working towards money, changing money habits, and then things will go well, sort of thing. There's loads of stuff on the internet for this as well, okay, like money advice and things. Sexuality. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heighten sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage. Oh, that might be, maybe you're working towards marriage. A good family life and strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will also bring great joy. If it does feel like you're going towards your future, but like maybe that's why I had the proposal, romantic proposal as well for the marriage, because that feels significant to me. Next card. Oh, this one's upside down. Major life change. Time is right for a major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Okay, so yeah, you're looking. It does feel like you're both working, or you want to work towards something. Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Yeah, so this does look like it's going towards a good direction, sort of thing. But yeah, just like carry on, like at least plant the seeds to your future. Like look at your past spending habits, your current spending habits. Look at where your anxieties lie, but trust yourself. Just take a leap of faith. It feels like that's a good idea. And then obviously you've got your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors guiding you and looking after you, so you literally got nothing to worry about, because they will literally just look after you. Okay, well, I hope this is helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Do share with your partner, because I do feel like it's beneficial for both of you. If you can like and subscribe, that would be lovely. Thank you very much for that. I do have a Facebook and Instagram if you'd like to follow me. And also, I've got 2 links down below. So there's PayPal if you would like to donate to my channel to help it grow. And there's a Ko-fi account if you'd just like to buy me a coffee for as a thank you. No obligation to do so, but it's always appreciated. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and have a good day. Bye.